Well, apparently the curse is that our blackness was taken away from us. So we're all the same thing, bud. If we can just undo this curse, we'll get our blackness back, and then things won't
be normal.
People won't even be mad.
Jesus was black. You think the pharaohs?
Frankly, I think we deserve more sympathy.
Isn't the TV nice, Nick?
The TV's very nice.
Feels good to be back, people. We're back. We're here, and there's 3 of us. You thought Nick left. You thought we killed him.
We keep it guessing.
No, he's here. He's here. We're feeling good. Gentlemen, how have we been? How have we been?
I took my beans last night. Didn't work out as much as I hoped.
No swearing first minute.
Nick.
I'm a good Christian.
We can't.
We couldn't make it the last time. He thought it was going to be me saying something slur-related.
I fudged up.
Yeah.
I really fricked up.
For no reason.
I fricked up. We gotta start saying frick. Let's start bringing that back. Like, Leahy and, Randy, like Randy. The frick Ricky.
What the frick is pretty good.
The frick Ricky.
But yeah, I took beans yesterday. I was very excited because I abstained from them the previous day, so I thought my tolerance would return to me in enough time. It was fine. It wasn't the fucking punch.
Did you do kratom?
No.
When's the last time you did that?
Probably day before.
Have you heard his new kratom routine? He doesn't do the powder anymore.
Got the kratom caps.
Kratom caps.
Oh, yeah.
If you take, hey, people out there, you buy kratom caps. If you take 10, you really enjoy yourself.
I buy the Bally Gold
Kratom
capsules.
Wait till they're a sponsor.
2 for $20. Or no. They were each $20 if you buy them for 2.
How many cap count?
90.
90.
That's 9 servings. That's like that's like $2 that's like $2 a serving.
You're taking 10 at a time?
I don't take 10 and put them in my mouth and drink them.
Which, can you imagine taking 1 at a time? 10
I take
times?
2. This is what I do. I take...
I'm very full
I have 2.
before I was done with like...
I have 2 granola bars.
I drink a gallon of water.
Kratom, and a water bottle. And by all said and done, I have about a half a granola bar left and no water. And all the Kratom's gone. I go little bite granola bar, 2 caps, little bite, 2 caps.
You take 2 at a time.
Not 2 at a time in one gulp, but I'll take 2 before moving on to the next.
I
bite.
see. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in that way, it's constantly like, all right, this is some weird shit that if there's 10 capsules all at once, my body would be like, what the fuck's happening? But because it knows granola bars so well, it knows how to process them so well, it just sends it through. So then in about 10 minutes, I'm feeling good.
His body's adapted to it needs the granola bar to
I think so.
Hold it all in place.
I think that's what fucked me up so bad when we grappled last week is because I had taken jelly beans the night before, and when I was trying to understand how it makes you constipated, I learned that it slows all your muscles down, and that your body literally, it can't like...
Your intestines can't get the shit
it can't
out of your colon.
The shit out.
Wow.
Yeah. So then I was like, oh, so I'll be fine.
I'll do some sit-ups and I'll be fine.
No, I'll be like, well, I'll just fucking eat granola bars because then it'll push it out, and I won't need to push it out myself. So I've beaten
the shit out. What?
Wait. I've gamed the system.
You think by so
I don't think I know
so if you're constipated from the pills, you're saying if you keep eating,
it's not like other types. There's other types of constipation that wouldn't work.
It's like eating sushi and it like cleans your colon. Like I feel like when I eat sushi, it like
is that what sushi does?
I feel like I swear to God when I eat
is that food poisoning,
dude. If I eat sushi,
just raw fish.
No, I swear to God, I eat sushi and like that sticky rice and all that shit. I feel like it just fucking sticks together and like a sponge cleans out my intestines. I feel good after I eat sushi.
I've never had sushi, so I can't.
Oh, really? You don't eat sushi? You don't like sushi, no. We're gonna get you like a Philadelphia roll.
We're land
something
people.
good. We're land people. Yeah. We're not seamen.
Yeah.
Jesus, I like sushi. It's good stuff.
Yeah, you like sushi because it makes you shit your brain.
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't get I don't shit my brains out, but like I do feel like clean afterwards. It's like eating like a good sandwich. Nice clean, like a lot of spinach and like lettuce, like a green sandwich.
Any of those things.
I've gotten it before. I used to get that at Which Wich.
A spinach sandwich?
I'd get like chicken, and then I would do like spinach, lettuce. I'd do tomatoes, and I would like green it up. Because I'd be lifting a lot of things at Depot, and I'd be like, you know what? Let me eat some greens, maybe feel good. Slam a protein shake, go back to work.
Constipation. That's
a recipe for a disaster.
No, you need that roughage in you. You need some greenery to
really
shit better. Yeah.
No shit. Well, yes, shit, but really,
because all the dudes eating meat all the time, like hold the salad, like fuck.
I eat no fucking salad.
Well, maybe get a couple bites in. You know,
I'll just take a laxative.
Little Miralax?
No, because that's the thing. Laxatives works for other things, like when there's a big buildup and stuff. Like I've done my research. I couldn't shit for a long time.
Like they give you stool softeners with like
Bro.
the fucking thing.
I've taken that fucking stool. What's it called? Miralax, right?
That's
I've taken so much more of that than you're supposed to because I've taken what you're supposed to take, and it's like that didn't do anything.
Just overdosing on fiber.
Literally, it feels so
did that.
uncomfortable. But yeah, it doesn't work. I don't know. I don't like Deucelax. There's that one.
Deucelax.
Something.
Deuce. Drop a deuce.
Get it?
I've tried
like
all
that.
these fucking laxatives.
That's clever.
But they don't work for that. I don't know. That's why I always think that my back hurts and I just can't. I get to a point like sensory-wise that like I can't keep pushing. And my doctor insists that in order for those two things to be related, you'd have to have had like spinal surgery or like a major spine injury. I'm like, okay, man, but like I used to never have problems shitting, and now I do.
Now I have an issue.
And like my back hurts. I don't know. Not a fucking doctor.
Oh, that's fucked up. That's interesting. You said overdose on fiber. I saw a video, some dude, like, he got like this fiber powder and he was mixing it with water and he was drinking it and he felt, oh wow, I feel like a cleanse, like I feel good. I guess he got like addicted to it, like was just like wanted like he felt like he needed it to take a shit. Started mixing the entire thing in like water. This whole like 50 servings of fiber. Mixed it all in water, ate it. Bro, it congealed in his intestines. Turned into a gel. Because it's all the fiber. He had to get surgery and cut them all open and fucking remove like a glob of fiber. How fucked up is that?
How dumb you gotta be.
Isn't that crazy? How to be like, oh, well, I shit good when I eat a little bit. Let me just pound the 50 servings of this.
Yeah, I was just like topping it off heavy. I wasn't taking the whole fucking container.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
It's an embarrassing reason to go to the fucking ER.
Can you imagine? It's like the people get like
How'd you get
dildos
that
stuck in
scar?
their ass.
I had gel extracted from my stomach. Doctor said they never saw anything like it.
He said it was the biggest turd he's ever seen in his life. He didn't know what it was.
You could do a documentary on me.
Yeah.
That's funny. I was watching a video this morning, getting aggravated. I watched a 30-minute debate between two farmers and two vegan activists, and they were just fucking going at it. Just as it popped up my feed, I was like, well, it popped up as a short, and like the farmer was just fucking these people up. I was like, well, probably find this whole video. This girl and this fucking dude with like his flipped over blonde hair and like, well, you're murdering cows, farmers rape all their animals and blah, 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 and all this other shit. Dude, this
seems like one story that
this
got generalized
crazy.
To everybody.
This one farmer is
sure
like,
that happened,
this one farmer is like 70 years old, been on a farm like forever, just like didn't raise his voice once. And he was like, if you ever visited my farm, you'd realize that you're full of shit. She's like, what are you talking about? You murder animals and this, that, and the other. And he's like, well, no, I do everything humanely. But he starts explaining like his whole process and how like humane it is. And he goes, and she goes, what happens when the goats don't produce milk anymore? He goes, well, I eat them. She's like, so you're murdering them. So by that logic, you'd be okay with murdering people. And he goes, well, I have killed people. And the girl, everybody's like, what are you talking about? He goes, I was in the military. I was forced to kill people. I didn't want to, but I did it. So now I kill animals and I eat them. What's the difference? He's like, where's your point? She just fucking shuts down, shuts the fuck up. It's crazy.
It's like just a weird thing to go like spend your day doing though. I don't know.
I don't get these fucking people. They're crazy.
Like just don't eat meat.
Yeah. But then they like preach like, oh, well, you got to do plant-based this, synthetic, use synthetic leathers and all this stuff. And then people start making the point. It's like, okay, are you a climate activist? Well, obviously. Okay. Well, making your belt, your fake leather belt costs or like produce as much as emissions as driving like 2,000 miles or some shit in a car. Well, that's not what we're debating.
Yeah, it seems like a very lack of a personality type thing where it's like, ooh, I could just like have this skin of like this type of person.
Would you ever go vegan?
The way they advertise veganism to me is through like their meat products. And it just looks like fucking garbage. It just looks like a bunch of processed chemicals and fucking other bullshit.
They bought that shit at work once. They bought like Beyond.
Like shit.
They bought like that Beyond chicken meat or whatever the fuck it was. And they're like little chicken tenders, right? I tried one. It tastes like you're eating a sponge. It's fucking gross. It tastes synthetic as shit. And people are like, oh, it tastes just like the real thing. It's like, yeah, but you're pumping it. What the fuck's in that? It says plant-based, but it's like, okay, how'd they grow the plants? How many pesticides are in that fucking thing?
Well, that's the thing. Like, you'd think the whole thing would be about, like, being, like, it's hippies. That's how the shit starts. So you're thinking, like, oh, all natural stuff. It's like, no, we just don't want to kill animals. We'll fucking eat whatever chemical fucking concoction they hand us.
And it's also, like, you can't, like, I don't know when they synthesized, like, the vitamin, but you couldn't be vegan before that.
No.
Successfully.
No, you'd be fucking dead. It's like...
Well,
okay, so
I never heard about it as a kid. Only vegetarians. It wasn't until later that like you could start.
Vegetarian, pescatarian.
Yeah, like I get that. Yeah, like okay, you don't eat meat, cool.
The vegan thing came about later, where it's like, no, I'm better than those people.
It's like, yeah, I'm taking it one step further. Oh, this was produced by an animal? Go fuck yourself.
Like, well,
I'm gonna drink my almond milk.
That one's like the worst example of that.
It's terrible for it's all fucked up.
For the almonds and their titties.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's abusive to the almonds.
I don't know what they have to go through. I mean, no one should.
They're on the endangered list.
The one farmer starts bringing up studies about how he's like, well, they've shown that plants, because they're alive, they communicate with each other, they reproduce, they have like a nervous system, they could feel, they have emotion, blah, blah, blah. And he goes, so now you're hurting plants now. I'm a plant activist. Like, so now what? Well, that's not the same.
Plants aren't cute. I didn't watch a Disney movie about a fucking plant.
It's crazy. But yeah,
he's not wrong though.
No. I was gonna watch the Universe Inside You video, and then ended up watching that.
I mean, that's understandable.
Yeah,
it's a
popped up.
Good clip. I mean,
which one?
The new universe, the Emerald Tablets is fucking great.
Yeah,
How did you finish it?
Yeah.
Oh,
I still don't know if there's a translation or not though.
It said there was, what the Emerald Tablets are?
I'm not familiar.
There's the Emerald Tablets of Thoth. So, Thoth.
One more time?
Thoth. You'll know.
Ibis-headed god of Egypt.
Oh, the ibis guy.
A bird. Is that it connected?
The bird. Oh, did you plug it in?
Oh, no.
Oh, that'll be it. Just plug it in real quick. I'll explain. It's the one that has like the bird head. He's got the man. He's got like the long fucking beak.
Yeah.
He's got the long beak and like that thing hanging out the back.
Okay.
He's he was the god of knowledge, writing, wisdom. Apparently he was the one that like designed the hieroglyphs and stuff like that, and like that first type of writing. What we're trying to figure out is if the Egyptian gods are just ripoffs of the Babylonian gods, and if the Babylonian gods are ripoffs of something else. So it seems like all these pantheons of gods are just retellings of the same thing. So we're going to say Thoth from Egyptian, but it could be some other shit too. He said to put all of the world's, all of like the knowledge of the universe on these emerald tablets. And apparently there's 10 of them? 10, 15, 20. There's like 10 of them.
1 or 10.
Yeah. But it's got like all the world's like wisdom on it. Basically like how like vibrations and all this shit, like all that stuff, like the Akashic record basically, or some shit like that.
The secrets of alchemy and the Philosophers Stone.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. They go missing. Alexander the Great finds them. These other people find them. They go missing again.
Allegedly.
Yeah. Then there was that story
because allegedly they were in Akhenaten's tomb, and Akhenaten is the pharaoh that always pops up in like Ancient Aliens and shit, because he's always depicted as having like a big extraterrestrial looking head. And,
he was the one that was trying to get everybody to worship the sun and not the sun god, or like.
And this is all after he supposedly found the Emerald Tablets. So then, yeah, so Alexander the Great finds Emerald Tablets in that dude's tomb. He does his thing, and then allegedly they're buried in his tomb.
They go missing again, and then
both those tombs never found.
Yeah, and then some explorer or something, he finds some
every other pharaoh documented location. Those two, only pharaohs they don't know, because Alexander the Great was a pharaoh. Bet you love that. Nefertiti they also didn't find either. Talking about guys, bro. Yeah, oh, come on, bro. Talking about real pharaohs.
Well, that was Akhenaten's wife, but yeah, they've never been found. But then there's that one story of that explorer dude. He went and found like some oracle. How cool is the word oracle?
It's pretty good.
An oracle in the mountains. And he goes, yes, you can find these. There's a statue of Thoth in the mountain somewhere. And if you go find it, blah, blah, blah. He goes and finds it, and he finds this inscription on it that says, you found this because you're worthy to find it. You're like me, but you're something. You're in tune with the universe. Look beneath my feet, and you'll find it. And he digs underneath that, and he finds this long underground chamber. Gets to the end, and there's a golden throne with a skeleton holding the emerald tablets.
A book and a tablet on top of it.
Yeah. So all these people have found these tablets, but that dude was the only one who wrote it down, like copied everything.
Because there was like the Order of the White something, and then they wouldn't let him take it, but they allowed him to translate it and copy it.
Yeah. So he copies all this down, and then his translations are found later, and then they get put in this Arabic book in like the 6th century.
And that dude, though, is super questionable. Like that guy, the Y-Files guy, he was fully saying like how that dude isn't like the most reliable person. But then even saying that, he's like, you read the book, he's referencing things from like ancient texts that like, how would he have access to those? And like, he quotes from like over 30 different, like, if it is a fake, it's like so much work. Like if the guy is not reliable enough to find it, he's also wouldn't really be reliable enough to fake it that good. So I don't know. Not that that's like a great argument for him, but it was at least like it dispelled some of like the because everyone points at like he had a shady backstory, and it's like yeah he does, but also like what the fuck is this book, you know?
So there's that book, Arabic book.
They'll never show it on here.
Yeah, you'll never fucking find it. I believe this is the book. Maybe not. And then they translate it. Then they translate it into another language, and then yeah, we can't fucking find it unless you know how to read Arabic.
Is that not it?
That was that one dude's translation, but then it went into like he said, he goes into like another one, and then back to us.
Yeah, like people give their interpretation of it. They don't give you it. Like everybody goes, oh, it said what I think it means from this is what it's saying is blah, 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 blah. And it's like, cool, but yeah, let me read it.
I think
because you were saying, like, I've heard people talk about the Bible and you go, yeah, that's fucking horseshit. And then you read it and you go, oh, wow. They're just full-blown saying giants. They're full-blown saying everything. It's fucked up. They don't compare to trees.
You want to know about the trees?
Hit me with the trees.
Yeah, let's talk about these trees.
So our Bible correspondent at work showed us a passage from Ezekiel. And it was describing Adam. And it was saying how he's like a great spruce. Great big trees and great branches, reaching great heights. Everyone else was like, and then names like other trees that are not as big as a great spruce or whatever. I forget whatever the tree it says, but it just names like a big ass tree, and then everyone else is like, so it's doing this to like give you some type of reference point for like how much bigger Adam is than these people, because it says like giants, but then even where I'm at in Genesis, or no, I guess not where I'm at, but when God tells Moses to go take the land of Canaan, they send in like scouts, and they say that we're like grasshoppers compared to those guys. So you're like, is that a metaphor, or are you literally like up to their ankle? So then in this part of the Bible, it's talking about how he's this type of big ass tree. Other people are like these little trees.
He's a spruce.
So then after hearing that, we were like, so in the Garden of Eden story, when it says like, you know, it doesn't say apple, it says forbidden fruit. Okay, so it's not an apple.
A gay guy.
A locked away gay guy.
Excuse me?
No, I'm just kidding.
I was going to say. Can you read me into that one?
Yeah. Right, go ahead.
It says the tree of knowledge, though. So if we're already establishing that we're describing people as trees, is the tree of knowledge just knowledgeable person? And then the forbidden fruit is the ideas and knowledge that he has that he isn't allowed to give to this class of people or this species even?
Because then we asked this dude, we go, the whole story's told that Adam and Eve are the only two people in Eden, right? Right? We start talking to this dude who's been reading the Bible since he was fucking young, right? He's known this shit forever. He starts going like, nah, they weren't the only people in there. You read it here. And it starts talking about other people and shit. And I go, what's the snake? And he goes, that was a person. He goes, that was a person. He had arms and legs. It says that. And then they took the arms and legs away and made him slither on his belly or whatever. So we start, we start hearing this and we go, well, snake, person, is that a reptilian? Like, what? Were there different types of people, Nick? And were there different types of people because when the Anunnaki came and they were making a slave race of humans, they realized, oh, we can fuck around with the hominids and we can genetically modify them to be a working race, but maybe we fuck around with these other types of people, these reptilian or these other types of people, because they could do other types of work.
Like high pressure
but they got
mining or something.
But they got
like
different brains.
skin.
But they got different brains. So maybe their brains act differently. So that's why they're forbidden. Like they got the forbidden knowledge or something. Maybe they were first and they learned a little more.
Yeah, maybe they were first and they were treated inside the earth. So now they just pop up and they're like, yo, don't trust those motherfuckers. Then Adam's like, what? And then God shows up. It's like, who told you that?
Yeah. And then they took our blackness away.
Did you know that?
Did you know that, Nick?
I feel like we could cure racism right now.
We can cure racism right now.
If
Preach, brother. Amen.
What was the curse? Was it because it wasn't? When did this happen? Because that's not the curse of
No.
Canaan, right?
No, I don't know. No.
Because this is a curse from God, not from Noah. It's so cool to have someone talk to you and be like, your people.
He's a black guy.
Be like, not for nothing, but Esau, your people. Like, I don't know who Esau is. It's so fucking funny.
The curse of Ham.
Oh, so it is.
Yes.
So Noah
Son of Ham.
Well, Noah walked with God, Nick, so we don't know.
But no, we can cure racism right now. Go ahead.
Well, apparently the curse is that our blackness was taken away from us. So we're all the same thing, bud. If we can just undo this curse, we'll get our blackness back, and then things will
be normal.
People won't even be mad.
That's what I mean. We'll be normal, Nick. Jesus was black. You think the pharaohs were?
Frankly, I think we deserve more sympathy.
Nick, yes or no?
Everyone says
Does this thing work?
everyone claims how bad it was to be, you know, taken away from your land. How about to have, you know, your skin taken away?
Your skin color changed, Nick.
Jesus,
Nick, think about that. Honestly, think about it. Nick, we've been cursed for more millennia.
The sympathy you feel for like an albino person because they look different. You're like, oh, that's an unfortunate act. We had it happen to us as a curse. It wasn't just like a genetic happenstance. It was like, oh, your lineage.
So who cursed?
Remember, were we telling you about the castration thing?
Right.
So
He cursed the
Noah's
or
passed
son.
out drunk. Ham comes through, snips him. We think doesn't say that. Says he does something. No one knows what he did when he wakes up. Is what it says.
Yeah, he saw his father in his nakedness.
Which in the Garden of Eden,
we don't know what
they
the
don't
fuck
even know that they're naked. And then after eating the forbidden fruit,
this is interesting.
They say, "Oh, we're naked. Put clothes on." And God comes up and says, "Why are you wearing clothes?" And Adam, he's like, "Oh, we were naked, so we put clothes on." Who told you you were naked? Who told you you were naked? They were half beast at first,
you know what?
And then something fucking took the limiter cap off, and they go, "We are naked."
Works turned into we mastered geography, Nick. We have now gone into Bible study.
All day at work, we just
this is it. We write down questions and we go outside and we ask Charles and we go, Charles, let me ask you, what's going on with this? And he goes, oh my man, let me break it down for you.
Did you know?
You're reading the Bible? I go, Charles, I tell you that we're reading the Bible. He goes, you're reading the Bible? I go, yeah. He goes, where are you at? I go, I don't know, like Genesis 17. He goes, oh, Genesis will fuck you up.
Genesis is crazy.
And I go, dude, it's crazy. And he goes, man, you don't even fucking know, man. You don't even fucking know.
He showed us a part of the Bible where it's explaining how the daughter, I don't know if it's all the daughters of Eve.
He's fucking great.
I don't remember if it was all the daughters of Eve, but of that era of giants, like they were saying Adam was, babies could talk after a month and were grown after 3 months. We were animals, basically. That's how every other animal is on the earth.
You can, babies from conception.
Babies get born standing up. Babies born swim, fly.
From conception to birth, it was 3 to 4 months. And then within a year, you're fully developed, like a year or two. Isn't that crazy? Full blown. We asked Charles at work, who's like, he's been deep into this shit. Like,
he lives this.
Right? We read things, we take it literally when we go, oh, giants. Oh, they live for 600 to 1,000 years or whatever. We go and ask him expecting like, nah, it's all metaphor, blah, blah. He goes, nah, man, they lived for, Noah lived 900 years. And, once at post-flood, that's what happened. He cut the life expectancy, or he cut like the max life to 120.
Yeah, God said man shall live for no more than 120
The fire
years.
sword, the inhibitor chip.
After he kicks out Adam and Eve from the Garden of Eden, it says that he places that cherubim there and a sword of fire that turns all ways.
In every direction. And then do you remember when they were saying when the Anunnaki made us, they put that inhibitor chip in us so that we couldn't get smart enough?
They made us too smart, so they needed us more on that slave level, so they chipped us.
That's the gate. That's the guard to the tree of knowledge. We don't have access to it.
There's a lot of moving parts.
Nick, it's fucked up, dude. It's crazy.
I'm just trying to undo the curse, get my blackness back.
That's all. And that's what it's mainly about, Nick. We're trying to end racism. We're tired of it. We're tired of this shit.
I get what Palestine's upset about.
Listen, I get it.
I'm still confused on why making someone white is a curse.
Well, if everyone's black.
And sunburn.
Yeah, sunburn does suck.
Yeah.
We're the only animals that get sunburn.
You look different.
Yeah, it's not like how it is now when you get turned white. Like that would be like weird, but it wouldn't be a curse. If everyone's one color and you get turned the opposite color, which is the absence of that. You know what I mean? Like,
Just a very odd move to make.
Well, it's like marking them. It's like,
Well,
don't fuck with them.
that's how albinos are made.
Cursed by God. What are you doing?
What are those Jews with the
Talmud.
how do you spell that?
Talmud.
I thought you were trying to spell Italian Jew.
Where do you see these people?
Just type in cube on the head. What do you know about Saturn?
What?
Yeah.
You know how you got to cover up back here with your yarmulke? Because that's like your portal to God.
Yeah, I knew that. Totally.
You gotta
Apparently those are filled with prayers.
You got to cover your third eye, too.
Isn't that interesting? It also involves...
What if you got one of these dudes around someone
Also-
that we think is a reptile? What if they could see them?
Wow. That's interesting. It also involves this binding on the arm.
Wow.
Interesting.
Guy thinks he's a real gladiator, huh?
It's crazy.
So what is this? I still don't understand.
Nick, they're stopping the
You
soul.
should've watched the
They're stopping
video.
the soul collector on the moon from collecting and harvesting their soul and interfering with their thoughts.
Yeah,
Nick.
the reptiles
Obviously.
on the moon, they have...
Obviously, that's what's happening.
When people say they're shapeshifters, they don't mean they're like Mystique. They mean that they have the ability to fuck with our perception. You know the way that... I never understood it in school when they'd explain it, but you know how they say, like, your brain reconstructs the image of what
Yeah.
you see? It's not like you just see it straight away. So they were saying that they have the ability to interfere with that and change how you perceive them. It's not like they just fucking, like, morph into something. That'd be crazy. But they're on the moon.
That'd be crazy.
That'd be absurd.
That'd be fucking crazy, Nick. If they can just morph like that, no.
No, but once they
No, but they
piloted-
got a soul collector, Nick. It's on the moon.
which is a spaceship.
yeah.
It is in fact a spaceship.
So that's their version of like a tinfoil hat.
Well, I wouldn't say that. I would say,
When actually, it's either that or it's a
I mean, yeah, I guess.
it's either that or it's something to do with the cult of Saturn that we're not too well versed in yet.
They're keeping that third eye fresh.
Yeah, we'll get into that one. Why can't? Of course, you can't find these pictures of it. Of course you can't. But yeah, I don't know. We went into it last week.
So that's like a different branch of Judaism?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's its own little sect. You'd be amazed how many little sects of religions still exist. Little holdouts that believe that their God's the actual right one.
Yes. Obviously, not knowing that Jesus Christ, the Almighty.
When I swipe and I see girls that are like talking about Jesus, I have such the urge to be like, yeah, well, what do you know about this part of the Bible? Some girl that's like, I need a man who cares about faith and wants to go to church. But like, wants to go to church, I'll lead the fucking ceremony.
Sure. Hey, go right ahead.
I'll read the book from the beginning. We'll start fresh.
Bro, we should have bought that fucking church.
I think about.
We could have had mass, dude. We could have actually made it a church. We could have actually did like a fucking like Saturday sermon.
Why Saturday?
I think the Jews do Saturday.
Yes, Jews do. Temple.
Temple, yes. That'd be fucking great. Can you imagine? People coming in, they don't know what to expect. We're just pointing out, hey, look, in this passage, let's read this about the trees, and let's just break this down.
Someone asked a question. Shut up.
Shut the fuck up.
We're the only ones talking.
Go. You see this fucking shawl I got
Yeah.
on?
Do you see how many different religious artifacts I'm wearing?
Yeah.
I'm holding the scales of justice.
We can make our own fucking staffs.
Yeah. He's wearing priest robes with a Jewish fucking scarf.
With
okay?
a Jewish scarf. Yes.
Yes, I'm double fisting yarmulke and cube.
And I have a pine cone hat.
Yeah. Yes, you can see my Islamic half moon hat, but did you know there is a yarmulke underneath it?
Underneath it. Because we are all together as one.
We're all blacks.
We're all blacks. That's the title. We're all blacks. And in the eyes of the Lord, we were. until we were cursed. Welcome back. Hey, you brought up swiping. Listen to this. Tinder is now offering a new VIP subscription costing $500 a month. Tinder has introduced a new...
What do they do? Deliver the pussy to your door?
Hey, for delivery
for those
service.
Prices.
That's nice.
Absurd.
Tinder now pairing with Uber. Picking up your hookup and then dropping her off.
Sounds like a volunteer escort service.
Tinder has introduced a new subscription service called Tinder Select, which is priced at $500 a month, aimed at its most active users. This service...
Oh, I guess most active is worst. Yeah.
The service offers exclusive features like VIP search matching and conversation.
Yeah, but it's still not like a porn. It's not like you're typing in big tits.
That'd be crazy.
What are you
Can you imagine that? You imagine that? You make this profile and you have to put in all of your dimensions, cup size, ass size, give me your measurements. And then for the VIP, like your, waist or whatever the fuck. And then
I don't know what those numbers mean.
I don't either. And then and then for the VIP users, you just pop those in, select your people. And then they have to go out with you.
Well, that's what I mean. For $500, like, what the fuck are they offering?
Exclusive features like VIP search matching and conversation. Initially launched in 2017, it is invite only for hotties and celebrities.
Why would hotties and celebrities pay $500 to do something they do for free?
Tinder Select is available for $6,000 annually. Get your credit cards ready, folks. Call this number right now.
I don't know if that's impressive to be on there and slaying, but you're paying $6,000 to
Isn't that crazy?
I feel like you obviously aren't that good at conversation or
that's what I mean.
I feel like
the most active users, but that's the worst people. And then it says hotties and celebrities, and it's like
the
two
worst
people that don't.
Or is it the people that are just fucking everything?
No, the most active people would be someone like me who gets no matches and is constantly like, "What is that?"
Or the most active, getting the most activity.
Well, maybe they'd say that.
My thing is, if I'm gonna go hook up with one of the most active people, I want them to also have a fucking STD test.
That's the other thing too. That should be standard, standard.
Cool, we're all super active, fucking everyone.
That's so cool. AIDS? You got vaccinated. Where did you get STD tested?
Yeah.
You know what it's like? It's like in the Wolf of Wall Street with the scales of hookers. You know what I mean? This is the blue chip. So I want full STD test. I'm not wearing a condom.
I refuse.
I refuse. You're on birth control.
$6,000.
You're on birth control. You're under a certain weight limit.
But again,
it's interesting they don't have the weight listed. Sometimes
that is, they should have weight listed on Tinder and all these dating apps.
The prompts is I'll brag about you, and half the girls on there go, "If you're over 6'5", ha 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 ha," and I always want to be like,
"If you're over 200 pounds, ha 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 ha."
Send me a picture from the scale.
Send me a selfie on the scale. Can you give me the app that your scale uses so I can track your weight?
I think in about 3 to 6 months, me and you are really gonna
really hit it off. You start doing some squats, really hit the gym.
There's a future that begins in the future for us.
Yeah. Here's the thing, Nick. We got to develop a strict personality for the pod. We're going to go fat phobic, but not alpha, because alphas are gay.
Yeah, all that YouTube shit of real men do this and their wife are in the kitchen.
No.
Those are fags.
Gay.
However, that's not to say that everything they say is wrong. Being fat is kind of gross. I mean,
it is.
I don't think I'm saying anything crazy.
I would say so. It's bad for their
I
health.
feel
It's bad for your health. I'm worried.
The fatter I get.
I'm worried for their health.
I don't think that's crazy.
No, exactly. I'm worried. If anything, I'm concerned. I can't be concerned. You're going to say how I can't feel?
There's a lot of hypocrisy.
It's disgusting.
What do you think an average, what is a hooker, or not, sorry.
Hooker. What's a hooker? Well, a hooker should.
Escort
I've been on a prostitute website. I can tell you.
Really?
What is an escort? What does an escort cost?
Remember I told you? I've heard that guy say it on that podcast, and I was like, I wonder if that's real.
It was a real thing?
Yeah.
Wow.
How much is an escort? Is it less than $500?
A lot of people, I assume QV stands for quick visit, And a lot of people have like a $60 to $80 special on that. I don't know if that just means blowjob though. If that is what quick means, I'll pull it up for you if you want.
Pull it up. What's the site? I'll just.
My thing is like, you're gonna spend $500 a month to hook up with people. Like, if you're already paying for it, just like
You're insane. Yeah.
just go get an escort or something.
It's called List Crawler.
Really?
Then you just said.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
You looked at me like you had no idea what I was saying. You just requested the information.
I spell crawl. CR.
You're good. Yeah, you're good. No, you had it. You had it. No. No, WAWLE, right?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Wow. You could just, this is a legal website?
I don't.
Oh, it's in Europe.
Oh, .eu. Okay.
Yeah.
Yo, but they have reviews. So people will be
Yes,
like.
I'm over 21.
People will be like, cop, like, and flag this one.
Shut the fuck up. Really?
And then other ones, they'll be like, would recommend, love, she's great.
It's like the commenters on the cam website.
Yeah.
Dude, you totally should pay for this. She's great.
But this is more appreciated. I go to the A Poppy one. It's the Latina one.
Where?
Oh
my God.
But then there's an under 80 one. 80 or less.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like 80-year-old people.
No.
That's crazy.
That's wild. So, but some people who, I mean, some of the not top quality on there were saying that they're like $300 to $400 an hour plus add-ons, which seems absurd.
What's an add-on?
I think like 300,
Like
400
sides?
is like
It's
sex,
like buying a
but
good
then if
meal.
you wanted like a blowjob, like I guess specifics.
Everything's a la carte. It's like going to a steakhouse. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I was hoping there would have
Hey,
been more of a
you get-
standard.
You're paying
thing.
for the sex. If you want the mashed potatoes, you want the mushrooms, you want all the sides, that's extra.
And then you got some people that are like, I'm fucking down.
I'm fucking. How much money
Yeah.
you got?
There was a range of what people are asking for on there.
I love how we go from like talking about the Bible to like looking at hookers online.
Plenty of prostitutes in the Bible.
There are plenty of prostitutes in the Bible.
Abraham's wife is can't have children. She's barren. She tells Abraham to go fuck her Egyptian slave. And then when God
That's
allows,
prostitution or just rape.
Hey,
well, yeah, no,
regardless
that
of
was
what
all
it
I've
was,
covered in my reading so far. I've heard there's prostitutes.
that's where we left off on
Yeah.
in the Bible.
I was telling him, God let
That's where we left off in the Bible at the rape scene.
There's like 7 of them so far. Bro, did I tell you about the? Did we tell him about fucking when they destroy Sodom and Gomorrah?
Oh my God!
They rape them?
It's the gay part of the
Isn't
Bible,
it
bro.
Sodom and Gomorrah. Sodomy.
Because people are crying out to God that they're sinning so bad in Sodom. God sends 2 angels there. Lot, Abraham's nephew, descendant of like the godly line, is there, recognizes them as angels, brings them back to his house, cooks for them, having a nice time. Angels are going to go check the city out, see if it needs to get destroyed, if it's as bad as it says. People knock on the door. Every man, young and old, from the city of Sodom, from all parts, are surrounded Lot's house. Lot goes out there. They go, we demand you bring those 2 men outside. We are going to have sex with them. He goes, what? You can't do this. I have 2 daughters. They're virgins. You can have them and do what you please with them. You cannot touch the 2 men in there. The guy's like, we're going to get the 2 guys in there, and now, because you've kept them from us, we're going to do worse to you. He runs back inside. They're knocking on the door. The 2 dudes reach outside. Blindness strikes them. They tell Lot, get your family out of here. We're destroying this place. And then the next day, the Lord rained down burning sulfur.
Didn't people who saw it like turn to salt?
They told Lot and his family, don't look back, run. And the wife looked back and she turned to a pillar of salt. Then Lot and his 2 daughters, he tried to tell their fiancés. They had 2 fiancés in the city. He tried to get them. They thought he was joking.
Nick, this is the Bible.
People just act like people. Like people, they literally were like, okay.
Hey, you hear what this fuck said?
That'd be like if it happened now. When people are like, the rapture's coming, and we're like, cool, man.
2012 is going on. Yeah, Mayan calendar. Fuck
and then
yourself.
sulfur rains down, and everyone burns to death, and Sodom and Gomorrah are destroyed and are no more. So then Lot goes and lives in another town for a minute, and then he moves to the mountains in a cave with him and his 2 daughters. And his 2 daughters go, there's no men around here. We should have sex with our father so that we can continue his line. So they get him drunk, and on back-to-back nights, the daughters have sex with him. The dad isn't aware of it, even when he wakes up. And they have 2 children that go on to be the leaders of their own people. That's who Charles says goes on to be Chinese and Japanese people. For whatever that's worth.
Not interesting.
I don't know if that part of the
Charles has a chart.
Everything else was part of the Bible except that last part was Charles.
That little bit. Hey, that little extra bit was there. No, dude, he has a chart from the 12 tribes where all the tribes went. They like this tribe becomes Mexican people or like South American people. This tribe becomes Asian people. This tribe becomes, Africa. This is this. This is this. This is this. It's crazy.
Where do the tribes start at?
I believe in Canaan.
Well, bro, at first, everyone's just becoming their own people. So that's why everything's just ending ites, because it's just that guy's name, ites, Canaanites. Everyone's, what's the one? Semites is from that one dude's name. I can never remember.
Hamites.
Yeah, everyone's just
Hittites.
That's what Charles did do a good job of explaining, is you got to change your classification method, because everything's set right now. So we're able to just be oh, those people. It's no. It's nothing set. So
this is before race.
Every little distinction is its own thing. It's not like even how we just said there's all the different sects of Judaism. We could still just say Jews and cover that large swath of people. They don't have any general term for it. It's literally just these people, these people, these people, these people, So right out of the gates, post-flood anyway. Before that, I think before the flood is when Charles was saying there's the sons of men, sons of God, and sons of the wicked.
Yes. That was in the Garden of Eden.
Right. Mm. And then post-flood, it's Noah's kids all having their own tribe. Hamites, Japhites, Semites, and then all their kids then go either stay part of that tribe, start their own tribe. Everyone just has their own people. Every time you move, that's a new city, new people. You know what I mean? Nothing's set yet.
Mm. Are you reading all of the Bible, the Jesus parts? That's just where it gets better.
I'm going to skip the Jesus shit.
That's the parts I remember from Sunday school being so okay, he's great, cool.
But it's also that was all rewritten in Rome. Is that bullshit? What does that matter?
The whole Bible's rewritten.
I know it was rewritten, but
they took books out of it.
The whole Jesus part.
We gotta go find those books.
The whole Jesus part.
Adam and Eve weren't the first. It was
Lilith.
And it says how Eve has other kids other than Cain and Abel, but then she also specifically says that when Abel died, the Lord gave her the seed that becomes Seth. So it's so why are those 2/3 specifically important if you're also just having other kids? Mm-hmm. It's so strange, who gets, because I think Eve's allowed to talk, and then the only other girl that's allowed to talk to where I'm at is that's Sarah, Abraham's wife, who told him to have sex with her slave. But then when God lets her have kids, she immediately...
Amen.
She tells him to get rid of the kid, even though she had her husband fuck a girl so that she could, his lineage could continue and they could have a family through her. Then the kid's a baby still, and God hooks her up with a baby, and then she's yeah, get him out of here. And Abraham's just yeah, you gotta go, and sends her walking into the desert. But then God saves her.
It's so crazy.
He puts a well there for her. And then she's able to raise the child there. And then she gets him an Egyptian wife. Like her.
An upgrade, you'd say.
As a Greek man. Constantly chasing Egyptian superiority.
But yeah.
Crazy book.
Ain't that fucked up?
A sword of fire that turns all ways.
Wonder something interesting about medieval castles?
I was reading this the other day.
Isn't this interesting?
I knew half of this and I didn't know the other half.
Spiral staircases going up castles. They made them like that because if you're defending a castle and most people were right-handed, you're swinging around the corner. These people got to fucking swing up past the wall. You can't and then you're doing that. You're leaving your one end open. They made the stairs all uneven and shit.
Yeah, I knew the angle part, but then all these other details I didn't know were on top of it too.
Yeah. I was like, damn, that's smart as fuck.
Can you imagine?
Of course
how many
you'd
times you gotta fucking eat shit on those stairs just for the one time.
Oh!
Like, fuck,
But-
this is for the safety of the castle, I guess.
It's all, yeah, right, exactly.
You just spend like a year calling a dude a dumbass for making the stairs bad, and then mid-fight, you're like, he's never going to let me hear the fucking end of this. I hope he dies in this battle.
I hope he fucking dies.
I hope a fucking arrow finds its way through his helmet, because he's going to never let me live this shit down. All said and done, you're standing there, put your last fucking sword through someone.
This guy comes out.
How'd those stairs work out? Stairs came in handy.
They were
Good,
falling
right?
up those stairs,
Yeah.
huh? Yeah, fuck you. You're welcome. No, dude, like imagine full suit of armor. Because you have to go, you got to go up. You got to go up single file, right? You don't know if around the next step, if a dude's going to put an axe in your head, right? So you got
anything coming around the corner. Think about it like in movies. When, like you have to turn a corner. The whole thing's a corner. Every step is just fuck. Like,
not only that, if there's no one there yet, you're spiraling up this staircase single file, right? The first dude swings, kicks someone, and then you're just dominoing fucking
suits of armor,
stiff guys in armor, just
heavy, stiff,
clink, 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 clink.
Even if you
How
are like the
dumb.
second wave, now you got to like climb over the first stack of domino
The
dudes.
dead bodies.
Yeah,
Yeah, at some point, all the dead bodies
no
pile
use
up.
of your joints really.
Yeah. I didn't think about that. At that point, you're killing people. So it's not like they roll all the way down. Like you got to fucking climb over people. Like, this fucking sucks.
So heavy.
Like knights and shit, like sword play and shit always sounds so cool, but then you actually like think about it, it's like that sounds fucking awful.
You know what else
to
is-
wear
That's
all
why
of that
samurais
shit.
are better.
You know what else is
Oh,
crazy
of
to think
course.
about?
Samurais are sexy. This is poor people shit.
What else is crazy is that, like, before you do all of that and climb all that stairs and fight, you walked to battle.
Yeah,
In that shit.
miles and
Yeah, you
miles.
walked from this country to fight this country.
Eating
camping
dog
out,
shit food.
like
Lost half the army to
Yeah.
gangrene.
trying to
Tripping
find
on
water.
stumps, fucking dead. You don't know if you're
Yeah,
gonna get
everyone's
ambushed.
got dysentery.
Yeah.
People are just shitting everywhere.
You
in
don't know.
a suit of armor.
Yeah, you don't know if you're gonna get ambushed yet, but so the armor has to stay on the entire journey.
There's only like 5 dudes that are even into it that are like trained in how to be a knight. Everyone else is like a guy that got fucking suited up and
I was a blacksmith.
get out there.
I was a potter. Spartans, what is your profession? Oh, how crazy is that? Joe Biden's family dog bites yet another Secret Service agent, making it its 11th attack.
Is that his actual dog though? Because he seems like a fucking like Chihuahua man.
Yeah,
His
little
11th
hippie dog.
His 11th attack.
11's a big number. Also, the
Around
use
here,
of the word attack it's
Well,
not.
that's what I mean.
It's not like he was playing and he bit too hard or something. It's like he went after someone. You'd think you would just have like a
If that happens here, they put your
security
dog down.
service dog almost though.
Well, I'm confused why they documented this dog attack fucking 11 times now.
I guess you have to,
Done
maybe, because
nothing.
like if it's a company, like you got to report,
Yeah, they are employees. I guess.
right?
Again,
Yeah,
I
the
just-
fucking
I just
dog bit
imagine
me.
with a Schnitzel or something.
And I'm sure these people hate Biden at this
I
point.
bet those guys could easily kill that dog too, and they just aren't allowed to because it's like Biden's dog. It's
Yeah.
like
Well, I mean, it's the Secret Service. I would hope they could.
No, I'm saying, yeah, they should totally be able to just be like, this thing's bit me 11 times. Like,
yeah. Yeah, and at this point, they all probably hate Biden, so they're just like, man, this fucking, yeah, I'm reporting it. Fuck this. I'm fucking calling CNN. I want the news to know.
dog shouldn't even be in the Oval Office anyway.
Fucking bullshit. I gotta clean up this dog's shit. He's not even house trained. Biden's trying to get
signed up to be Donald Trump's personal Secret Service. Never in my wildest dreams would I believe that the voter fraud would be so rampant that this fuck would get involved.
Now we're not going to get views.
Could you imagine getting like a medal or something for the Secret Service? And be like, oh shit, what happened? Like I got wounded in the service trying to protect the president.
See that?
See that?
Both rows.
Both rows of teeth.
That's where the president's dog actually bit me.
Yeah, that's a German Shepherd.
Nazi dog.
Hitler did love German Shepherds.
Paintings. A lot of weird shit. Didn't he love speed also?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, he was.
But if you don't think about this though, if you don't like have the aesthetic of like meth heads that we know, and meth's just like a clean drug,
like your pharmacist, like doctor guys, like look,
well, that's Adderall.
Oh,
Adderall's like one step away from meth,
right? So it's like,
and it's good.
You know, you can liquefy it.
Adderall?
I probably shouldn't have said that, but yeah.
I could see that. What do you do? Just dissolve the pill?
I don't know how, but I know you can like.
How do you do it, Nick?
You know how you make the Philosopher's Stone?
Sacrificing lots of people.
No, you
blood sacrifice.
Not blood. Piss.
Piss sacrifice.
You got to piss for like 8 years, keeping it and keeping everything at the right temperature, and I guess something like when you boil it at the right temperature, like something solidifies, and you just keep adding and adding and adding to it, and then
like a kidney stone.
Yeah, or like how the DMT thing was described that we didn't do properly. And then you'd like scrape some up. But apparently you do it for like 8 years, and then you eat it, and then you live forever. And the two people...
You let me know how that goes, brother.
I don't want to live forever.
I was with you until the end.
You eat it.
I'm not with it. I'm just saying that's how I heard you do it. I'm not...
I thought the Philosopher's Stone was like the stone that transformed common metals into gold.
Maybe,
or is that just out? Maybe it does a bunch of things. Yeah,
but if you eat it,
yo,
I live forever.
Listen,
I heard.
I'm gonna tell you something right now. There might be
2 dudes who have apparently done it, and then no one has any record of their death.
Shut the fuck up.
How long ago was this?
Nicholas Flamel, ring any bells? Father of alchemy.
So listen to this. I think there might be something to alchemy.
There is something to alchemy.
It seems like there's something to it.
Thoth invented it. Or he brought it to the people anyway.
Yeah. How about that, Nick?
I'm just thinking of collecting your piss for 8 years.
Oh, can you imagine storing that? Can you imagine explaining that to Christian?
There was an ancient dude
I'm saving
that
the piss.
That's how they discovered phosphorus. Was a guy trying to find the Philosopher's Stone that way. He came up with phosphorus instead, and then he sold it on to someone different, so they could like come out with it as like their discovery, and then that way he just used the money to keep funding his research on the Philosopher's Stone. What a letdown, though, after you made phosphorus and it's like this glowing chemical, and you were like, I've discovered the essence of man.
Yes. A glowing chemical.
It's like, nah, it's not.
That's
it.
crazy.
It's cool.
It's cool.
It's
Yeah.
sick.
Good job.
Stop keeping your piss.
You fucking weirdo.
Take the win that you got phosphorus. He's like, sold. I'm going to go take a leak.
I like the idea of like getting like an alchemy book and being like, oh yes, we can learn alchemy and shit. But I feel like it's so diluted with like dumb bitches
now
like,
is gonna be some fucking horoscope.
Whore.
Yeah.
You need to go to like the old horoscope.
That's what I mean. Like I need like a fucking like this shit needs to be bound in goat skin.
Bound in goat skin.
Give me something nice. Something nice. That was good.
Yeah. No, I believe in alchemy. I think there's something to it. There's something there.
You'd be sick, man. I'm gonna start doing spells and shit. I'm gonna start selling spells on Etsy. That's gonna be my thing.
People do it.
I'm start being like a mystic. I'm gonna dress up.
I
put a hat on. Really starts chanting some like.
The only reason
weird
my
language.
beard ever gets long is because I start to think, I'm like, it'd be nice to have a nice mystic beard.
Yeah.
Then it gets like,
It's gross though.
oh, I can't handle
It's
it when
disgusting.
it gets
Anytime I see
minorly scruffy.
Anytime I see someone, there's only like a few people, and I'll comment too when they walk in. I'll go, "My man, that's a nice beard."
Oh,
a lot of people don't. A lot of people don't have that. You got like it's down to here. It's fucking trim. Like it goes almost to a point, but it's rounded at the end. It's full.
I feel like as a man, you have to do that.
Yeah,
You know what? I appreciate
because no one
that.
else is. His wife ain't fucking doing it. His wife probably hates it.
That beard that almost looks like a like the thing the Egyptian mummies have on their chin.
Ooh, that's crazy.
That'd be nice.
Put a couple beads in it.
Put a bone through my nose.
A couple rings around the neck.
Yeah.
No, that'd be nice. God.
My original skin color.
Well, obviously. Joe Biden announces executive office to intensify gun control push. We got to get guns, boys. Soon. Sooner rather than later.
I really don't like guns.
You don't want to get a gun?
I feel like you're a pussy if you have a gun. Not to say like don't get me wrong. Like
Yeah.
if you
Preach.
want like the safety of it,
Yeah.
just go fucking fight somebody. Like go learn how to fight. Like
Yeah, but
It's so fun to see this argument from over here, not have to make it to.
Yeah.
That's why I like this stuff.
Yeah, but like,
it's like, yeah, pussy.
yeah, but like, if someone comes in my house, like, I'm not going to fight them.
Yeah,
Why?
they're gay for having a gun.
why wouldn't you fight them? You have tight corners. It's your fucking house. You're telling me you don't know where.
I mean,
you're
I'll
gonna
fight
be at every
somebody.
single
I mean, I'll
spot.
fight somebody, but if someone comes
Even
in
if
with
you
a
have
weapon, I'm going to shoot him in the fucking face.
Even if you have a knife, you know, like I said,
I could still. I'm not taking the
corners of
chance.
The house.
I'm not
He's
taking the
gonna
chance. I don't know.
fucking Spray the entire thing. He's gonna come through the corner, and like I said, you know your own fucking house. You telling me you can't fucking give him like a quick thing in the neck? Just
Oh, with like a knife?
yeah, just stab real quick.
Oh, I mean, if you got a knife, I'll use a knife. But I mean, if you got a gun, that's the same thing. It's a weapon.
What the fuck do you have a gun for?
Because I'm not taking any chances. I don't know what he knows.
AK-47.
No, I want a pistol or a
That
fucking,
sounds like you're taking chances.
or a shotgun.
There you go.
Yeah, give me a shotgun.
I'm gonna blow a fucking hole in the goddamn wall.
Not if I use bird. Well, I know how to do drywall. I'll patch it up. If it saves my life. I do get what you're saying.
There's just so
Guns
much
are-
bullshit
guns-
behind the gun.
It's an
Guns
unfortunate reality.
it's an
that
unfortunate-
you have to get a gun to combat a gun.
Yes, and you
But
also
it's gay in the first place. That if like, oh, you're so tough, you're gonna break in my fucking house when you fucking take your gun off, faggot, and fight me to the death, and then you can have my house if you win.
And the thing, like, if you properly store the gun, you're telling me you're gonna go to fucking like one room and like get the thing, and then go to the other fucking room and the other safe
Yeah.
and like fucking load this thing before fucking.
Oh no, it'd be in my
comes to your
nightstand.
house. Right, fully fucking loaded.
Yeah.
Until some little kid comes over that
I
you're
don't have
like,
kids.
I know, but like you're having a house party.
I
and,
got
like,
you.
there's-
Yeah,
They
There's
have
so
a
much
thing.
shit with it.
They have a thing that it goes on.
that's
the
what I want. Yes.
on the side of your nightstand.
Fingerprint.
Yeah, and it's like the handle's already out.
Yeah.
And, like you just thumb.
I've seen that. But it's also like, what if someone comes in and he's 6'5"?
You know what I was thinking?
I'm not
about?
fighting a 6'5",
You can
man.
shoot a man who's 6'5" and he'll walk through your fucking.
Not if
shot.
I fucking unload a clip in a man.
Max clips like fucking 8 rounds. No, 10 rounds, I think now.
Not if I trace a horse open his fucking chest with bullets.
Nah, I'd
This is
much rather
Pleiades.
fucking fight someone with my
Yeah.
hands or like a knife than with a gun.
Yeah,
There's too much behind the gun I don't want to fucking deal with.
It
Yeah.
is gay.
I get it.
You know how
What?
crazy it is that like culturally we're just okay with like getting fat and stuff?
Yeah.
Like how devolved we have to, like we're supposed to be at the apex of everything right now. And it's like we're okay with just not being able to defend ourselves and family. Like dudes will full blown just like have a family, like never having thrown a punch, never having like had their heart thump like, oh shit, like that had that like fight or flight thing kicking, like full blown has a family, full blown is like doing well in life, but it's like never crossed your mind. to like.
Do you think it's because we're in a society now where that you don't really have to worry? You wouldn't have to worry about it as much as you did before, and some people have.
But I mean, think about how fucking
there's
fat
always a threat. Yeah.
Think about just how unathletic people will get. Like, I'm out of shape, but at least like I have a reason. Like, some people were never in shape, you know.
I don't know, man. Well, once I like moved and like started moving boxes, it's like, oh, like I should probably go like be more active. Like,
bro, I do that shit all.
This is not easy.
Whenever
for me.
I do,
like, I should probably go like work out.
Whenever I do yard work, like anything with like a shovel or like ripping up sod or something, like, wow, I am out of shape. I'm a piece of shit.
It's like, why was this okay? Like, because I thought about that all the time on like just a personal level where it's like, I had friends who had like in shape dads who had them like do push-ups and stuff all the time. And it's like, my dad was passed out fucking drunk on the couch like the only times I ever saw him. So it like never occurred to me like to do anything. I don't know.
No. I don't know.
Just that on like a bigger level. Like JFK when you see gym classes when JFK.
That was crazy. I wonder if I see.
What was it?
When JFK was in office, he had like that was like his initiative for schools, I guess, was to make physical fitness so important. So, I mean, it's just dudes jacked fucking doing like military style training.
On the fucking bar?
Yeah, it looks like boot camp. That's gym class. But it's like, why wouldn't everyone? It makes everything better.
Look how shredded everybody is.
Flagpoles. Everyone doing flagpoles.
Everybody's got a six pack and fucking
jacked.
jacked.
Able to do that.
No, it's hard as shit.
Is that JFK or dude running now?
That's JFK himself right there.
Look at this shit.
American Ninja Warrior shit.
Don't get me wrong, like that looks fucking fun. Like,
how fun would those gym classes be?
Like that looks super fun.
Instead, I do the sit and reach like a fucking pussy. Look at this. Everybody's just shredded.
This
all
definitely
men.
Also looks like a military like training video. This doesn't look like gym class at all. Look at that. He's fucking like that's military training. I feel it's not gym class.
No, it's gym class. I think it's based on military training.
I know. It's just wild.
And I'm sure that's half the reason is to get everyone fucking prepped for boot camp.
Those shorts couldn't be shorter.
Vietnam. But it's cool too because it's not sports where like you either know how to play or you don't, and like kids get embarrassed so they don't play.
Kids.
It's like this is like no, we can teach you how to do these basic movements, and then you'll get in a good enough shape where then you can play and enjoy sports.
I just think it's funny. Like, can you imagine, like, even half of the kids like getting through that shit today?
Can you do that now?
That I don't know what the fuck that is.
It's a hollow body.
He looks like he's just
I don't know why
smacking his chest.
When they were doing it slow, I understood. I don't know what that guy was doing.
That was impressive.
Class of 67. I was swole as fuck back in my day. I still am.
We felt good about ourselves, you know, of course, because it was a whites-only school. And, you know.
Obviously, I mean, you know, first things first.
It's easy to look good when
there's no competition.
Yeah. He's like 5'7". He's like, I was the biggest kid of my senior class.
Come on. I was number one in basketball.
I was
killing it.
I had the free throw record.
Yeah.
Then kids started dunking, and no one cared.
We didn't play the other schools. We had our own units. God.
Yeah. The JFK style. He's like, we only played other Protestants.
Yeah. You know, PCP is the only black-owned drug?
Yeah, I told you that. You know that?
What do you mean?
It's the only black-owned and operated drug.
What do you mean by that?
I've heard...
The entire supply chain.
It's the only drug.
For manufacture, distribution,
like, black people go
selling.
to jail for weed, but it's not like they have any, like, stake in it. Like, they work in it, but they don't have the ownership status. PCP is produced by black people.
That interesting?
Where did you get this information?
I forget. I wish I told him when he wrote it down. I told him when I told him the source, but it didn't get written down, and I can't remember. It was a black guy saying it. If that helps my case.
No, it doesn't.
Okay, well.
That doesn't help. I thought it would.
That'll take the edge off a little.
I thought it would take the edge off because listen, if
I'm not saying it
if
boosts
Jordan
the
Peterson's saying it, it's fucked up.
it'd be
Yes.
odd.
Exactly. Detroit has 18 black-owned and operated hospitals. That's something.
It is something.
Fucking PCP.
That's cool. I mean, it's something.
Why don't we go buy up land in Detroit?
We got to find that video. We'll put it up.
Yeah, but if we buy up all the land on like a block.
A good block. We buy a block.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, we call it W block.
I don't know why we do that.
Well, because, all the other ones are taken.
Well, you know how stupid we're going to look when we get our fucking blackness back and we live on W block?
That's true. No, you're right.
Unless the W stands for winning. Fucking Charlie Sheen. Talking about him the other day.
Sheen block. We were talking about Sheen the other day. Charlie Sheen.
Wasn't that his thing?
Great actor.
Winning. Duh. Doing coke.
Yeah.
Getting AIDS.
That was a great interview.
It was great.
Tiger blood.
He has AIDS now.
He dead?
Or
Is he
HIV.
alive?
No, he's alive.
Oh. He gave some porn star AIDS or HIV.
I do remember that.
Yeah. Brie Olson, I think her name is.
Ooh, I'd be quite angry.
I'd be a little fucked off, to be honest with you.
Because it's not just AIDS that you have now. Now you can't work.
Exactly. You can't
Ruin her.
you can't
career.
Right.
you can't do your profession. The thing
To
you
pay
love.
for your AIDS medicine.
Mm-hmm.
She's dead now.
I saw a video. I was reading something on Reddit.
What if now she can only fuck him? That's how he
gets them. That's what it is.
He's like, well, I don't mind a little AIDS.
Do you think those are
in my
things?
side.
Do you think those are groups where like people with like HIV and AIDS like all get together and they're like, fuck it.
Well, there's a
we can
group
have
of
sex
people
with each
that
other.
like to fuck people with HIV. They call them bug chasers. I don't know if that's still a thing, but I heard people talking about that in the 80s.
They
with
don't
gay
get it
dudes.
though. They don't get it though, or they want it.
I think that was the thing.
Really, I was expecting it like they would wear a condom and it'd be like the thrill of like, ooh, I can
Living on the edge.
I can get it. Maybe, who
That
knows?
sounds horrible.
Who knows? I don't know. I don't know if this is the time I might get it, but I'm doing all the preventative measures.
It being AIDS.
Yeah, but hey, little chance. Nick, that's what I need to get off. You know what I mean? I never told anybody this. That's something I don't know.
A little danger.
I don't kink shame.
Climax if you have AIDS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't do it for
I
me.
live on the edge. Ugh. Well, I was gonna say should we end it with a video, but this is gonna die. It dies every time.
die.
Dies every time we do it.
It already gave you the warning. It's gonna die.
What's died?
The computer. I have to unplug the power to plug this into it. Because Apple
We're gonna try.
hates their customers.
See, every time.
I told you.
Every
Ended it on a good
every
note.
fucking time.
I told you.
Every fucking time we do a video, it fucking dies.
You want pizza?
Yeah. You want pizza?
No, I'm probably gonna
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, you guys don't get this often. 3 people. Come on, full pod. I think
Charge extra for that.
I think it's been our best in a while, to be honest with you. But episode 83, I believe, 83, 84,
Nick's
we're
like,
somewhere.
what's that say?
Yeah, we're somewhere around there. You fuckers, you guys take care. We'll be back next week.
Yes.